All right, starting the visual inspection. Control panel is powered, no obvious damage. Running a diagnostic on the main circuit. Readings are out of spec, power fluctuation.
This is the heart of the operation, everything I need to bring this beauty back to life. And here she is, the star of the show, a 1963 Ford Galaxie 500, waiting for her restoration. Here we see extensive rust on the frame. Now, examining the wheel wells, the suspension components show significant aging and corrosion. This wear could impact vehicle handling. Door gaps are measured with a feeler gauge to ensure they meet factory tolerances, preventing rattles and ensuring proper alignment. Tolerances are tight, often under 1 millimeter, to maintain vehicle quality. Carefully pry the chrome trim from the panel edge. Slowly work it loose to avoid damage. Now, place it in the labeled container. This keeps parts organized. First, apply protective padding to the chrome trim. Next, grip the grille and bumper assembly firmly. Pull it forward steadily to release the clips. Finally, place the assembly on the padding.
All right, phase 3, rust removal. Let's get this area cleaned up. Using the grinder now, this cuts through the rust and weak spots. Filing it smooth, then clamping the patch. Good as new.
Apply the rust converter to the underside of the panel. Cover the rusted areas completely. The converter will react with the rust, turning it into a stable, paintable surface. Work in steady strokes for complete coverage. Apply the rust converter to the underside of the metal surface in a steady, continuous motion. Use your finger to spread the product evenly, ensuring complete coverage of the area. This process neutralizes rust and creates a protective barrier. Continue until the surface is fully coated. Apply the rust converter to the underside of the metal surface using smooth, even strokes. Move steadily from one end to the other, ensuring complete coverage. This forms a protective barrier against corrosion.
Tightening this upper hinge now. Checking the gap, almost there. Perfect alignment, we're good.
Cleaning the surface with a wax and grease remover. This removes any residue before finishing. Wipe in smooth, even strokes. This ensures a clean, professional result. Starting with small, controlled dabs to integrate the new paint. Now, blending with gentle strokes to match the original texture. This period-correct paint ensures a seamless restoration. The finish is smooth and authentic. Initiating agitation to distribute the compound. Adding the clarifying agent now. Final stir for complete dissolution. Starting with the polisher on low speed to apply the compound. Now, guide it steadily along the body lines for even coverage. Increase to medium speed for the final buff. Look at that gloss. Start by aligning the trim piece with the groove on the side panel. Press firmly from left to right to secure the clips. Slide your finger along the edge to check for any gaps. First, inspect the wheel. Check for any unusual wear or damage. Rotate the wheel to feel for any binding or unusual play. Now, check the brake caliper and rotor. Look for leaks and wear. Finally, inspect the suspension. Check for any worn bushings or leaks. First, we inspect the suspension and remove the brake drum. Now, we mount it on the brake lathe for refinishing. The lathe spins the drum as the cutter resurfaces it. First, disassemble the suspension component using the appropriate tools. Next, sandblast the metal surface to remove old paint and rust. Now, apply a fresh coat of paint evenly. Finally, reassemble the component and... First, clean the linkage to remove dirt and old grease. Use a brush on the joints to get them spotless. Now, align it with the mounts and secure the bolts. All right, the hard part's done. Now for the interior. Steering wheel first. Let's get this locked in. Panels next. Snug fit. Perfect. Seats in. Coming together. It's a perfect day for a drive in this classic. The engine purrs and the road unwinds ahead. The wheel feels alive in my hands, a timeless experience. A full-size American icon, reborn.